interested in? You could put several things too.
I mean, I'm the one that said refugee mental health.
Okay.
So maybe put me under there.
Yeah.
May I ask a question?
Yes. Is it with an H? Yeah. Who's asking a question? Wait, is it Elise?
Yes. Are we, because I've never heard of photo voice before, but it sounds like a cool concept. Okay.
And not only could we do a virtual photo voice as well as a real exhibition. That'd be nice.
This is an artsy semester.
It is artsy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
That's cool.
Wow.
Why not?
I'm excited.
Huh?
It's getting me excited.
Me too. We're together.
Yeah.
You're up there already.
Yeah.
Because your name is Haley. Is it? It looks like these two are a go. 1, 2. Looks like human trafficking is a go. 3. It looks like West African immigration is a go.
And like figure out how we're gonna navigate doing like the advertising and showing the impacts.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And just do that real quick.
Yeah, that's good. So do you guys want to do like one flyer that's collaborative, or do you want to do?
I want to extend some thank yous to those that helped with ensuring the project became what it did. First, I'd like to thank Dr. Horner for pushing us students to get creative and really challenge what advocacy means in the realms of social work and immigration. We wouldn't be standing here today if it weren't for you. I also want to thank our Samaritas friends over here for being willing to staff our table here and hand out some resources, and I encourage you all to stop and talk to them about what they're all about. I want to thank Mark and Gilda and the rest of the museum staff for collaborating with us and helping the project come to light. You all put a lot of work in on our behalf, and we wouldn't be here again if it weren't for you. And finally, thank you to the Lansing Refugee Development Center, especially Erica and Carly, for coordinating with us, and thank you for the many youth who chose to share their stories with us. It takes courage to share your voices, and you certainly stepped up to the plate in that regard.
I think it was back in maybe January or February where you approached us and said, we want to do this project, and I said, so like in a year from now or 6 months, and they're like, no, tomorrow, next week. So Lansing is a very large resettlement city. In a typical year, right now we're not in typical times, but in a typical year, the Lansing area itself resettles 600 individuals every single year. So that's a large
I'm really, really happy to share my story with all of you. Thank you.
My name is Arbab. I'm the RDC student. I'm very glad to see you here, and thanks you a lot of the museum students, and thank you Mark and the student who helped us to write the story.
I wrote a story about how my family went through all the struggles to get to America, and how we are planning for our education here in America and what we'd like to do. So.
Hello, my name is Haley Bank. I'm a graduate student here at Michigan State University, as well as a social worker at Jewish Family Services, a resettlement agency in Washtenaw County. Throughout the museum, you will find photographs and written word that give you a glimpse into the lives of refugees who have been resettled by JFS.
I think taking part in this was incredibly humbling. When I chose to do this course and this project, I did it with the intention of learning how to challenge our current political climate and our current society. I think, as other colleagues have pointed out, we currently live in a world bound to this horribly skewed perception of differences in human beings. We make sweeping generalizations, we justify with claims of self-defense or national defense, but it's so easy to forget that they're human beings. They're people with individual aspirations and fulfillments and dreams, and to avert alongside them, I don't think remarkable can effectively capture it, personally. But it was awe-inspiring to see them, to talk to them. And I want nothing more than for these young refugees to fulfill everything that they want to.
Taking the Social Work 822 class with Dr. Horner has been a fantastic experience. I've learned so much more about international issues, transnational issues, and things that I never thought impacted me, but really do impact me. I've learned that there is a community right here where I live of people who struggle in unique ways and are human just like I am and like we are, and it's been great to not be forced but be challenged to advocate for them and to connect with them on that community level and on a human level. And I've learned so many skills about how to put on an event and advertise an event and interact with people who are different from myself. So it's just all around been a phenomenal experience.
I guess I just think it was an enlightening experience getting to work with all the refugee youth and getting to hear their stories. Like we had heard earlier tonight, there's so many times that they often become statistics, or you see imagery of it and that becomes your belief and what you think about when you hear about certain issues. So I think it was effective and humbling and inspiring to hear the stories of the youth from their perspective on all the different exhibits they looked at and be able to learn about them and their life through that.
Hi, my name is Joel Evers, and I'm one of the MSU students who worked on this project. For me, this project was a really, really powerful one. We had the chance to work directly with the students, which was amazing and incredible all of its own. Getting the chance and the opportunity to work directly with the people whose voices we're trying to narrate was really, really powerful. For me, this project really represented the reason I wanted to become a social worker, and that is to be able to give people a voice and an opportunity to speak their truth and bring about a common humanity and a compassion for those people. So that's why this project was so powerful for me.
I really enjoyed this project. It was wonderful to do every step of the way. Working with the youth was incredibly inspiring and humbling. And for me, I really view this project as a way for me to look at myself as a fairly privileged person, as a white person, as a man, and all the privileges I hold, and use that privilege to do some advocacy and to empower other people who otherwise might not have their voice heard. So it was incredibly powerful to hear from these youth, and they're just a great group of people to work with. So I loved getting to know them. And
in front of the 822 class, this class has meant a lot for me in terms of learning what it really takes to do advocacy work. Our group has worked with another group in developing and collaborating in creating the museum exhibit, and we have found that there's lots of challenges that come along with getting people to come, making sure we have the right resources, having backups for the resources, and it's been a really great experiential.
This class specifically, Social Work 822, I think has been such a cool opportunity and really eye-opening. This is the first class I've had so far in my graduate studies where we actually did a real project that impacts people, and we got to see the outcome of it. A lot of our assignments so far have been very hypothetical and on paper, so it was so exciting, so cool to be a part of this and to make a real event happen and to have the public invited, and it was exhilarating. But yeah, it's been a great learning experience. Just the discussions, even in the classroom portion, are just so rich and interesting, and I love hearing all the different ideas and seeing everybody come together and just come up with, just brainstorm solutions and new ideas and recognize different issues that we wouldn't otherwise think about. So it's been great.